When you see the whole world shaking and you feel your heart is breaking, take my hand, no hesitating. When you're just so tired of trying, all alone you feel like hiding. Together we'll keep fighting. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feelings will take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feelings will take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up on me. Don't you give up now. Don't you give up on me. Don't you give up now. Don't you give up on me. Don't you give up now. There's no stopping.
Okay, I think we're on the air. My music was out of sync with the video, but you might have seen it fine. It might have been good. But I'm Chris Gajullo, an associate broker and licensed referral specialist for Realty Connect LLC. And this is my weekly podcast at 7 p.m. Saturdays, Real Estate with Mr. G. Okay. Now, for full disclosure, I'm actually recording this on a Friday evening. I have some plans for Saturday, but actually tonight I'm going to a new restaurant that's opened up in Hampton. It's called George's of Hampton Road. George's of Hampton Road. But I'm friends with the owner and going to check it out with the missus. And then we're going to go to a lovely concert at the Ferguson Center, classical concert featuring the violinist Gil Shaheem. And it's going to be a really nice Americana music and really going to enjoy it. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to free up the day for tomorrow because I have some other things to do. Okay. So that's my spiel right now. It's been an interesting week with the different events. One thing we were concerned about is whether or not the feds would raise the federal funds rate, and they did, but only a quarter of a point. They are still trying to curb inflation, but because of the fallout of the Silicon Valley Bank and others, they didn't want to make it too abrupt. So hopefully that will help. And again, with my abilities, I could discuss with you about properties. I give you consultations. I'm not showing properties right now or listing them. I will then send you off to one of my associates Or you could go on my website and choose one out of possibly two or three possible agents and see which one works best for you. So let me show my little video that kind of puts that in a nutshell. Wasn't that nice? Wasn't that lovely music? And makes you feel good and sounds very Americana. And that's what I do. I want to first show you, because it's going to tie in with what we're going to talk about today. And it's actually about home prices in 2023. This is a recent article from the Wall Street Journal. Let's get that up on the screen. I don't know, make myself a nice little bubble. Home prices fell the first time in 11 years in February. Let me move this down a little bit here. U.S. sales of existing homes jumped 14.5% from the prior month, but down sharply from a year earlier. So from the prior month, home sales are going up, but it's still down from about a year ago. And remember a year ago, we had that buying frenzy where people were buying houses and not doing home inspections and going well above the asking price. But we're out of that right now, okay? And sales of previously owned homes, which make up most of the market, rose 14.5% in February from the prior month, but were down 22.6% from a year earlier. The National Association of Realtors on Tuesdays. Sales had decreased, said Tuesday, had decreased for 12 consecutive months through January. But then they picked up, okay? So what happens right now, we have a situation, and one of the reasons why we had that the falling of the sales is because of this gigantic increase in mortgage rates going up to 7%. They're not there now. They've come down a bit, but perhaps with this new increase in the Fed rate, it might inch up a little bit again. Now, as I've said many times in my podcast, it does not directly affect the mortgage rate, but it's sort of a dominoes effect. So with the 20 to 22% increase of homes, the price of homes since 2019, and the increase of mortgage rates, it's knocking a lot of people out of the market. So if they had their hearts set on this house or price range of let's say to 250, 300,000, that price range housed their perfect home, right? But now they see they have to go higher, 325 or so, maybe 340,000, and unfortunately, per their income, they are not eligible for that higher purchase home, the price of that home. So a lot of people have dropped out, and they are waiting for rates hopefully to drop again. All right, so this is the reason why you have a decrease. Well, you have an increase in of houses being bought, but it's still not the same amount that it was a year ago because of these factors: extremely high home prices and high mortgage rates. So before we actually go to our PDF file, that's actually, well, this article I posted today on my website, and I also have the article that, and I just want to make sure, I'm pretty sure this came out today. What day did this come out? Oops. Oh, I think I messed that up. Okay, I knocked something out, so let's, I'm having, oh, come on, what are you doing? I think I'm back live now. Okay. All right, so let's get rid of this. But anyway, I put that on my blog, actually my blog site, that article there to talk about it. So there's some good news about the real estate industry as for an increase in purchasing, not as much as it was a year ago, but an increase from the prior month. Now, which basically brings in the, I have one of my viewers, they video recorded their question, and here is Brian from Ghent in Norfolk.
Good evening, Mr. G, and thanks for allowing me on your podcast. Do you think is a good time to purchase now? With the Federal Reserve just increasing the fund rate, would it be best to just wait to see if rates fall back? Home prices are extremely high right now. I would deeply appreciate your most expertise advice.
Actually, he was cut off a little bit. I'm going to, this is pre-recorded, all right? So he sent this in. Let me play it again.
Good evening, Mr. G, and thanks for allowing me on your podcast. Do you think is a good time to purchase now? With the Federal Reserve just increasing the fund rate, would it be best to just wait to see if rates fall back? Home prices are extremely high right now. I would deeply appreciate your most expertise advice.
All right. Thank you very much, Brian. And that's a very good question. Let's get up today's PDF file. And let me get rid of my caption here. We don't need it anymore. Let's hide that. All right. And we'll bring me down to this side here. All right. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and move down to the chart first before I even get into the whole text. But we see here in 2023, we have home prices going down 1.61%. All right. And I think that's the reason why we have mortgage rates that are moving up, and perhaps throughout the second and third quarter, they will still increase. But there are some economists out there who are saying that towards the end of the year, if we have inflation under control, they will start dropping. And because of that, we see going into 2024 an increase of 1.9%, and 2025, 3.5%, and so forth. And we see them move up. Now, as for our friend Brian and his question, should I wait? I would say no, okay? Because you have to compare, you have to look at the interest rate and home prices. So even if mortgage rates are higher in 2023, but they start decreasing, with the amounts of prices that are going up, home prices, it would be more advantageous to buy now. Okay? Even with home prices maybe dipping a little bit, and 1.61% is not that much. And that's not for every house. This goes more by region. And some regions will have more of a decrease and some won't decrease at all. Okay? But once inflation is cured, and if it is cured, we will see then home prices go back up again. So my answer, I mean, you could wait and see, and see if maybe mortgage rates will actually start declining, maybe by the third quarter, before home prices start going up. But I wouldn't wait too long, because if the economy stays strong, and all the signs are there that the economy will stay strong, home prices will go back up. All right? Now, what the article here also brings up, and let's roll this down here. They give you 3 reasons why you should consider on making a move now. Buying a home helps you escape the cycle of rising rates. Okay. I'm sorry, a cycle of rising rents. And if the economy stays strong, rents will definitely go up again. So you want to beat that. Okay? You're going to pay a little bit more for a house. It's better that it's going towards your benefit, right? Building up equity, than just paying out the rent and it's nothing. Okay? And homeownership is a hedge against inflation. A key advantage of homeownership is that it's one of the best hedges against inflation. When you buy a home with a fixed rate mortgage, you secure your housing payment. So it won't go up like it would for your rent. And home ownership is a wealth building tool. The average net worth of a homeowner is $255,000 compared to $6,300 for a renter. So for that reasons, okay, I would recommend to buy now. All right, even with mortgage rates up a little higher, I would take advantage of that, because now we see proof. Actually, that article I showed you is from the Wall Street Journal. We see proof that home prices have declined a little bit. So take advantage of the decline, because once we get out of this inflation period, I'm pretty sure, and most economists are pretty sure, I don't know if I could consider myself an economist. So maybe I can. Well, I have an MBA, and it's actually management. But I had to talk about economy, and I taught economy in high school. I was a high school teacher back in good old Brooklyn. Okay, so I would say go for it, Brian of Ghent, Norfolk. go for it and purchase now. All right. Okay. Let's see. What else do I have in store? And let's show a little film about the questions about if home prices will go down. So that video was more on if home prices will crash, and they won't, because even though I have to say, in the last month and a half, I've seen a lot more homes go on the market, but it's still not at the point where it will be. So prices won't crash. So if you're thinking, hey, I'm going to wait until home prices crash before I buy a home, it's highly not likely of that happening. Okay. So also remember, on my blog, I have things to consider when you're buying a home. All right, the spring 2023 edition. Okay, hot off the presses, and you could download that for free. And also things to consider when you're buying your house. Again, they're freebies. And where do I go to get these wonderful things here that you're showing here, Mr. G? Okay. So you will go to real estate with Mr. G.blog -resource, / resource -materials. Okay. But actually, when you go to the blog, and you'll see the menu bar, and you'll see that in the tab, and you click on that, and then it's there, and you could download it for free. All right, so let's get rid of this. And I think my producer, we have a famous actor in the audience. Is that true?
Chris, great news. We have a very famous celebrity who has called in. He is an American actor, producer, and director. He is particularly known for his 9 collaborations with filmmaker Martin Scorsese and is the recipient of various accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, a Golden Globe Award, the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and a Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award. In 2009, Deniro received the Kennedy Center Honor and received a Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robert Deniro.
Wow. Well, it's a great honor to have you here today, Mr. Robert Deniro.
Who's this?
It's Chris Gargiulo of Real Estate with Mr. G.
Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were familiar with my blog and website, Real Estate with Mr. G.
Yes.
And have you been watching our live stream podcast as well?
Yes, I did.
And what do you think? Do you think they're going well? Any comments?
Could you at least try maybe to consider another profession?
All right. take them. Well, I hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time on Real Estate with Mr. G. And be kind to each other. And remember, the greatest power we have is to love, and the greatest gift is each other. See you next week.